I almost forgot to bring my microphone over. Don't worry about it. Professional here. Okay. I still haven't updated Waterfox? What the hell am I doing? I mean, I gotta do that. Ooh. All right. No, I'm fine. God, I'm scatterbrained tonight. Okay. Please, Genshin, don't have an update. Thank you. Still traumatized from all the all the updates I had in the last time I did a daily stream. Alrighty. I got a lot of polls saved up in some of these titles. I wish to use those tonight. Not Genshin. Genshin is not one of them. I don't get polls in this game. Sadly, I don't play it enough right now to get polls in this game. Alrighty. There's so much stuff happening, some of which I can't even share with all of you guys, just to tease you, because it's funny to me. Alright, right, I do have that team. I'm gonna have to switch them out probably. Where are my dailies? All the way over here, or all the way down here? I don't see any purple. Might have just scrolled past it, to be fair. Ah, it's that Fontaine again. Hopefully not one that gets me stun locked, bro. It's your first time watching me stream. I'm sorry in advance. All right. I went the wrong way. Oop. I was one away either way. Deploy. Explosion squad. Wait. I need to track this so I can actually go to it. That way. All right. Man. Oh, it's this one again. I did this one last time. I think the same location. Whoopsie, that was me.
Stop that!
Bruh, yeah, stop that. Listen to what he said.
Element for the odds revealed. Thunder! Let's light it up! Everybody stand back! The abyss is burning shadow!
Okay, you're done. You are next to done. And if I get you at the right angle, you're gonna be done too. Yeah. I thought he was safe up there. Not from the magic missile. Alright. Next one. Down here, apparently. How do I not have that selected? Really? Did I not have that one collected? Interesting. I thought I would. Oh. Looks like I'm gonna have to do a little bit of swimming. I don't think there's anything closer. Nope, that's the closest one. Alright. Oh wait, I'm going the wrong way. There we are. Oh, yeah, that's right. This is, I forgot this is how they swim fast. I know they can be done spending resin, but I find it much more enjoyable in the grand scheme of things to explore and do these. Some people find them boring. I find them charming. Albeit there are times like this where I just don't have a nearby teleport, and I'm just like, okay, time to go a little bit more farther out there. I look buff today. I sat around eating chips and watching anime. Like, no, I did not, in fact, get any degree of more buff than I already was, if you even want to call it that. No, I'm not here to fight you guys. I'm here to do whatever this is. Oh, it's going to be one of these things. Whoops. Yeah, I'm too close to that one. Yeah. Got it. You're all the way over here. I did it. Okay. Now to swim all the way. I'm not going to swim all the way back. I'll teleport over here. Actually, let me grab this one. I think I can get this one right now, can't I? Yeah, it's right there. Okay. I didn't know if it was like in something or under something. No. It's being picky. It doesn't want me to select it from above, huh? Alright. Now I'm much closer to this one. Have I watched the Ananta? No, I have not. I have honestly no interest in Ananta. Purely by virtue, I have no interest in Ananta. Whee! I did it. Alright. Now where's the last one? Over here, right next to this other teleport. Well, ain't that convenient. Still surprised I didn't have that other one. Oh, it's this guy, right? He's gonna make me go get something or take a picture of something. Uh-huh. Yep. Yarp. Yarp. I had interest for that reason until I realized it was, the producer of NetEase, and they're very pro Gen AI, and they can fuck themselves. They like actively encourage the studios that they hire to use Gen AI, and I, as many people know, and probably you know, am not about that life. So I've lost all faith and hope in Ananta as a concept, just because I know the virtue of that company is going to shit all over what could have been a legacy. And boop. Oh, so yeah, it's enter. I thought it was click. I was like, huh? Alright. Cool. And now I teleport back. So anything that NetEase develops, I'm immediately just signed off on now. The fucking owners of that, yeah, the owners of NetEase are fucking chuds. I don't much trust them in the slightest. I know I'm extreme on the end of like being anti-Gen AI, but I believe myself to be in the right opinion of that. I find no good reason to ever have it as a part of any creative endeavor. And I feel like most people who do, and well, anyone who uses it as part of a creative endeavor is lacking a couple of brain cells, personally. So I'm just gonna stay away from it. Unfortunately. The problem is, now that games like NTE were caught with it, I have a feeling that Ananta's dev team is going to be very careful about anything in its own game and like getting basically caught using it, which is depressing to think about. But that's why I'm just going to avoid it entirely. I've got enough games that I play already. I'm not interested in picking up another one on top of it. I've got so many fucking games to play that even if I was interested still, and that wasn't a reason to abandon it, I'm never going to be able to play it. Like, you know, like, fuck no. If the music is decent and people want to hear me talk about it, I'll do that, but only if I can find actual proof that there are real humans working on the fucking music. And not some assholes putting in some fucking prompts and acting like that's art. So I have a feeling that's going to happen for a lot of games too, unfortunately. There we are.
Play? I mean, take a stroll.
Is that everything? Yes.
Won't go too far.
Hey, I do have enough for a pull. Huzzah! Got enough for 2. Hooray! I guess I'll try for Odette twice. It's not gonna happen, but... Yep. I've got no faith in this working. Nope. Yep. And that'll be the last time I even get a chance to pull for Odette. Oh, rip. It do be how it is for me in that scene. Alright. There. Switch out. Use AI when you didn't have money to get a commission for your character. Helped me a lot to be able to do my own OC. I can't give an opinion on that because you won't like it. Nope. I'm gonna stay away from that burn pile of an opinion. I mean, I'm not afraid to share it, but I also don't want to actively shit on you, and I will. So that I'm gonna avoid that. Hopefully me being saying what I said there makes it clear on my stance on the matter. I don't give a shit how poor somebody is. Draw it yourself, use a stick figure, I don't care. Kit bash it in a free photo editor, photo piece free. Take some pieces. These are the things that I have opinions on that are extremely strong, and I have basically zero wiggle room for them. I don't care what the excuse is, I've got no wiggle room. PGR time. There we go. God, there's so many banners every single time. All right. To the dorms. And they're gonna be in their nice, fancy dorm. And these guys don't get a fancy dorm. Not yet, at least. There we go. I was like, where's the third Pat? Okay. Okay, she's gonna give me something. Yay! Of course I'll like it. It's a gift. Why would I ever not be excited about a gift? There's the cool one. You want to get head pats? Of course you do. Head pats. And like, don't let me get you wrong on the heavy opinions. I'm glad, obviously, that you're commissioning. That's the much, like, that's the much more prideful option. But at the same time, it's just, I have such a negative opinion about Gen AI and art that I really have no good words to say about it, and I take like no prisoners with my opinions on it. I find no excuses. I know people without limbs who can draw, so I find no excuse to use Gen AI other than sheer laziness. And if you like use it yourself, you're either too damn lazy or you're like ignorant to the other options of like photo bashing and kit bashing. Ignorance I used to accept as an excuse, but now that Gen AI exists, everyone does that and chooses ignorance, and that's just depressing. So I'm very jaded on the opinion, and I have no intrigue in accepting any further arguments on the matter at this point. So it's like, yes, happy that you're doing that. Please keep doing it. Support artists out there. Most of the reason I do my Cadence and Kali stuff is so I can pay independent artists to do more art. Could I draw it myself? Sure. But I would have to get back into it again to do so. And while I could, I both give back to a community that served me extremely well for very long, as well as I save myself a lot of time. That said, I'm also very picky about my commissions, and I won't lie, there are people who overcharge. You should always charge what you believe that you're worth as an artist, and I firmly stand behind that, but in that same space, if I see somebody who's charging more than I would pay, I find somebody else. But also, that depends on the quality of work and a bunch of other factors. And that's exactly why I find the artists I do, the actors I do, and I support them because I want to support people. And that'll expand, hopefully, over time. But nothing that I ever do will be even brainstormed with Gen AI. That just not gonna happen for me. I'm gonna stay away from that shit like it's the Grinch who stole Christmas. Not even a 10.5-foot pole. Okay. There's nothing else for me to grab. I do have to remember the top-up stuff. I gotta remember these when I'm in here. I've been forgetting. And I can't be forgetting. I should do polls. That's the wrong thing. I need to go to R&D. Alright. You. Wait. Oh, I don't have enough. Dang it. I only have 23. Oh, she's here till the 20th. Okay. She's here till 9:23. I'll have time to get more. That I'm not concerned about. Sick. Yay. Well, saves me problems on that end. Switch games. PGR done. Time for Woowa. Checking live 2DR. Yeah. VGen is actually where I found 3 of the artists I've hired. VGen's great. Got some really skilled people on that site. And they're against Gen AI. So, hell yeah. You people, they're less against it than I am, but they're on the, we're not going to allow it until there is more ethical sourcing or like rights laws behind it, and I can at least get behind that. I support that. Even if I'm a little bit more firmly against it than the average Joe out there, I still believe in the rights being a huge part of that conversation. The part that pisses me off is that too many people aren't willing to accept that conversation and have it and take it seriously. And the people who won't are always the assholes who are making the money off of the product of AI in general. And we don't like those people. They're chuds for a reason. I'm just depressed that so many people use it so blindly is the part that bothers me the most. In a world where creativity is now struggling, it's really depressing to see people using it and not thinking twice about it. It gets harder and harder to even glance at the internet. Like, I just want to enjoy artists, and I do, but every single 5 seconds seeing an AI ad, some bullshit generated by a bunch of CEOs in a fucking room, really depresses me. Instead of hiring actual directors and artists and cinematographers and actors, they're just slapping prompts into some fuck-ass text box and thinking that it works as art. And that's depressing as hell. Yeah, VGen does take a little bit, and that is a factor too. I find the artists on VGen, but I've only ever... I have to do a restart for Wuthering Waves update, by the way. But I find them, but I usually contact them on other sites like Instagram. Like all of the stuff for Caden Callie, all the background art, I got a t-shirt design done just a couple days ago. Every background art I get is me talking to the person directly and paying them directly. So I agree. It's a great place more for like as a portfolio than anything else. But if the only way to commission somebody is through the site, then I'll allow for that. But that's only if it's, up to them, basically. There's also an artist I found on Fiverr who does a really good job, but I've only ever hired them for one thing. I actually found 2 of the vocalists for my song covers over the years on Fiverr. You can find some diamonds in the rough on that site. I don't necessarily promote that one because Fiverr's kind of gone to shit in a general sense, and it is now swamped with slop, and that's depressing too. But once in a while you can find a diamond in the rough. You just have to be careful about who you're hiring. Like, do your research, find your people, check their socials if you can. Know that you're going to be hiring an actual person. I put in that work. If I want work done, I will definitely be doing my research and homework on the person. Yeah, the UI is not great. Sorry, I forgot to switch this over, by the way. I hadn't really started anything yet, but I just realized I forgot to slide into the right spot. But yeah, I agree. UI's pretty trash. The way that their layout is pretty shit. But it's really the only place I can find good vocalists that's... Like, Sound Better exists too, but Sound Better is also, like, weirdly more expensive. Like, the people will have listings for themselves on Sound Better and Fiverr, and their prices are usually lower on Fiverr, so I kind of shop around that way too. And that's not saying I want to pay an artist less, but it's also like, if I'm gonna find the exact same solution from a different site, I'm just gonna use that one. It's kind of like when you buy something on Amazon versus eBay. Sure, eBay might be cheaper, so you're gonna buy it on eBay even if it's both sold by the same company. People are weird with that. Like, shopping around on the internet is a very strange little niche of, like, conditions. So I just roll with whatever, but...
I have been battling. Time to get down in the blink of an eye. Let me be your blade. Let the winds roar. Serenade. Collect. You won't escape. Blink.
There we go. Vibes of corporate Memphis. Yeah, it really does. They haven't updated their UI basically at all in like the last decade. It's kind of insane. Actually, probably longer than a decade, honestly.
Revealed at last. Gales purified. Tides rise and crash. Synchronization. Doesn't sound like a good bargain.
Good.
Speeding up. Deference. In the blink of an eye. Nothingness. Deconstructed.
Yaw. Get sliced, bitch.
Descend. Let the winds roar.
Oh yeah. Got it. Whee. Same reason you can't use Instagram or TikTok. See, like, those are better laid out, but I will give you some of the ways that they've changed the UI, especially over the last like 5 or so years, have been really dumb. Like where they've placed certain things, like the search bars in Instagram moved, like for what, you know? They'll just randomly do shit. It's like, you don't, it really becomes like a, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But then they just fix what's not broken and then it breaks something and they're like, what do you mean people hate it? Like, I fucking wonder why. Goofy ass. Alright. There's that. Yeah, making sure all that was taken care of. Pioneer Podcast. Oh, you've been a member for a month. I was like, who the fuck? I was like, who did that? And then I saw whose name it was. It was you. Well, thank you. Despite me kind of dragging you for the Gen AI thing earlier. Like, I am very aware that with how aggressive I am on certain opinions, that there are going to be people who will, like, hate my opinions on stuff and just leave, and it's like, I get it. Like, I'm not gonna cry if somebody is like, ew, I don't like your opinion on this thing, so I'm leaving. It's like, yep, I understand. I've left. I've unfollowed people for clashing with my own opinions on stuff. And not like in a soft way. Like, I would consider the way I kind of gave you shit was softer. But there have been things where, like, somebody will just immediately be like, oh, God. Like, there was a musician I followed in 20... Oh, wait, it's... I want to say it was like 2019 or so. It was right before the election, point being. And then I started seeing him post MAGA content. And I was like, fuck you. And I was like, he and I had like had close contact. Like we were acquainted closer than just being like a fan, you know? And then I see that shit and I'm like, dude, get the fuck out of here with that cringe, disgusting, like, bullshit. And then he just was like, well, fuck you, man. And it's like, yeah, likewise, I hope you eat shit and die. Like, I am aggressive when it comes to stuff like that. When it comes to my, like, raw beliefs in morals and humanity, if you're going to be a stain on Earth, then good riddance, you know? Won't find me apologizing for that sort of thing. That being largely separate from the Gen AI thing, I more see that argument as people who are misguided or don't believe in themselves enough, and that's what's sad about it. People who find an easy way out and they take it instead of putting in the work and effort that is what art is, you know? Art is the passion, it is the effort, it is the work, and that sucks, but just taking a one-click do-it-computer level answer to get out of it, and out of trying and out of doing, is depressing to me. But I also understand that's not necessarily the person's fault a lot of the time. It's the fact that they are gullible and or lazy. There's kind of a split difference of what the actual source of that is. But holy, when it comes down to if you're just lazy, then don't do art. And if you want an OC, again, draw it poorly. I would much rather see a pencil sketch from somebody than seeing a Gen AI slop piece of trash just all over my feed, personally. I've dropped art friends for sliding into the Gen AI space too, because I'm like, oh, so you're not an artist and you have no integrity. Get the fuck out of my feed. And I just move on from dealing with them. Yeah, at the same time, it's like, bro, you can always try. You can always have time. It's just depressing when people don't believe in themselves and abandon any hopes of trying for the sake of an easy way out. I did some of these, by the way, earlier. I like up my cash ops, and I was like, oh shit, I should probably stream that tonight. So I stopped early. Didn't do the rest of my dailies. Alright, these I usually skip, admittedly. I come here for the resources, and then I leave. That's new. I don't think I'd heard that yet. There we go. But when it comes to art, for me, laziness is not an excuse to not try. So that's where, again, my opinions start to get more, aggressive. It's like, not everyone has to be an artist, and I don't think that, but also if you're gonna just ignore artistry and take the way out of using Gen AI because you're too lazy and you admit it, that doesn't make it okay. That just makes you lazy and insufferable. And again, that's where my opinion starts to get much more aggressive against it, because again, I've got no patience for it. When you are somebody of my seat, and I've seen numerous friends of mine in various workforces, not just the arts, but mostly the arts, have friends who have lost their jobs to some fuckhead in a suit going, well, you're gonna use Gen AI and we're gonna fire half our workforce in the arts. And it's like, you really don't get a positive opinion of anyone who uses it. And you start to just roll your eyes real far back, and then you pull out the gun and point it, and then you're just like, now who's gonna make the next move? But that's exactly the line I've got on it. But I'm also talking about kind of like what you said here, that don't use it anymore. Last time he did was over 3 years ago. I, just like everyone else, was throwing in random prompts to DALL-E. This was before it became a legitimate threat to the arts, because they didn't have things like Suno out there yet. And once that fucking Pandora's box opened, anyone with 2 brain cells knocking around suddenly decided that putting in a prompt made them an artist. And that's not how that works. And that's why it bugs me. What about having 0 talent, wanting someone to make something that you have in your head, and instead of crappy doodles, you use AI for the basic stuff, and then have someone make the stuff based on that? Well, part of no excuses. Do you not understand? I don't know how long you've been in here, but we had that conversation already. I would much rather, and this coming from an artist, I'd rather have somebody send me a bunch of shitty, trashy sketches. I don't care how bad you are. I'd rather see some bad sketches or like a mood board of shit you got off Pinterest that gives me a more solid idea, and then work with me off that. Have the creative back and forth of, hey, does this work? No, how about we try this? Once, for most people, and that's what bugs me about this, and this is the part of it that not a lot of people who aren't in the arts actively, they don't really think about. The moment that that first sketch comes in, pretty much universally, even if you don't think you have an artistic bone in your body, is going to kind of get what does and doesn't feel right about that first sketch, right? You get the first draft, and then you have opinions. Give them. The artist's job is to then interpret that, and then try something a little bit different according to what you said. That's the glory of the creative process. Designing a character doesn't have to be something that you do alone. It can be a collaborative process with the artist. That's how Caden Callie came to be. I had a rough idea of what I wanted, and then I asked the artist to give their own spin on it, throw me some sketches. There was a couple of variants of that before I leveled down on, okay, here's what we're doing, and we understood, and we found this harmonious spot in the middle. And that's what Caden Callie are now. Part of that creative process is talking about it, is trying a bit, is taking shitty ideas and working them out to find the final product. Using AI to get a rough idea, for most artists especially, is going to be, they're going to get it, they're going to see the AI, and even if they don't say that they are going to roll their eyes firmly back in their head, realize the type of person they're working with, and then lose all creative interest in this project, and then you're going to get something worse out of it. 9 times out of 10, any artist who's self-respecting is going to have that sort of a response when getting an AI prompt in front of them, no matter what. If you send a Pinterest image board and a fucking bunch of reference pictures of roughly the idea you want, I want Cloud Strife but with brown hair and wearing a maid dress, you have so much fan art to use as inspiration for that, for your new original character, using Cloud as obviously a placeholder for that. I want edgy emo boy. Google that. Find pictures of edgy emo boys. Take pictures, put them onto a Google Drive, and send that to your artist. Repetitive question, because you write campaigns for D&D. Oh, is it for writing? Or are you just talking about, don't get you do better? Okay, well, if it's art, then... Because it's for a second there when you said you wrote them, I was like, are you using AI for writing? And then I was like, oh no, the art part. So, you're just working with bad artists. At that point, that becomes experience over... the skill. And there is a point where you probably could and should find new artists to work with. If they don't get you and you're not understanding it, that's the thing. And that's why you can look up pictures that exist already and be like, use these. But if they're AI, a lot of self-respecting artists are probably just going to get immediately disenchanted with the project and creatively drained just from having to do yet another AI thing. For example, great example of this actually, the vocalist for the True Firepower cover that I've been working on. I sent him an isolated version of the vocals from the original track that I isolated myself in Reaper. And he got those, and he immediately, because of how clean those were, thought it was AI. He thought it was an AI vocal. And I was like, no, vehemently argued against that. I was like, no, I just isolated. The other guy's original work is just that clean because he's that good of a producer. And then once we hit that understanding, he was like, thank God, I've done nothing for the past year than re-sing somebody's AI vocal tracks. It's nice that there's finally some, there's still some artistic integrity out there. And then our entire dynamic switched up and he understood me better just immediately off of that. And we got vocals between each other that made more sense and worked better than the original ones he sent. Because he was trying too hard to do what that was while spinning it too much. When I was sending him the original as here you go, here's what I need. You know, like, it's hard to explain it, but it is definitely a vibes thing. But yeah, if your artists aren't understanding your ideas, you can find a new artist. That's okay. There's plenty of them out there. Honestly, you might find a cheaper one somewhere if you look around longer too. So it's like you'll find somebody who's cheaper and understands you.
With me on your team, did you expect anything else?
But when it comes also to just the concept stage, you can find pictures of other characters that already exist that might be in line with you. Like, if you have a character that's kind of like Scanlan, right? Send a picture of Scanlan. You know, plenty of fan art of Scanlan. That sort of concept. And then, if you don't have something like that, Hero Forge. Hero Forge is so good. Like, it might be a little bit limiting for yourself. Use Hero Forge as your concept stage. Give them that idea. If you have like a character that you want, be like, start here, but I want them a little bit more like roguish, you know, like you got limits on what you can do with stuff like Hero Forge, but it's still usable. And if you have a good artist, they'll be able to take that and run with it instead of being confused. If an artist is confused, then they're just not that good at interpreting the conditions of a commission, which just means that they're green in the gills and they need more time. That's not your fault. That's a thing that they need to work out. But there's a lot of that, you know? I'm getting kind of lucky with this pathing I'm grabbing here. I'm not really trying to avoid anything. It's just working out. And I'm on a motorcycle now. Woo! Yeehaw! I'm doing really decent right now. Without really trying much. Get the fuck out of my way, son. Up it up. Up. Boom. No! You missed me. Oh no. Not this bitch! Ah! She always runs faster than me. Okay, I'm far enough. I don't need to worry about it anymore. Okay, or I can run people over on my motorcycle. I didn't know I could do that. Let's fucking go. Lamau. Wee. I got health, so I didn't need to worry about it too much. I was going way too long on that one. I only need to get, like, to, I think, A. I didn't need to get all the way to fucking Kingdom Come with that. I just kept going. Talking about designing, I remember when I was talking with my friend who drew character I used called Oshino and Jurine as references. Avoid using the AI stuff, because... Oh yeah, Josh, yeah. It took me a second, I was like, wait, I thought that's who you were talking about. Yeah. It is good, yes, to, like, support artists with little experience. It's always nice to do that. But if your, like, brain isn't resonating with their ideas, it's okay to look for somebody else, right? Like, it's not that you shouldn't work with smaller artists. I think that's definitely the thing to do in a lot of cases, but also there is a point where you just don't understand each other's vision. And that's part of the creative process too. If you don't get each other, then it won't work. So you gotta do some stuff. Didn't know there was good free stuff out there like Hero. Oh yeah! Hey, didn't know? Oh man, I've gotten my brother-in-law. I live with my brother-in-law and my sister, and he's huge into doing D&D stuff. And he's not an AI person. He's the type that, like, he makes AI memes and shares them within like a friend group of himself, and it's like, whatever, dude. Like, that's the sort of shit where I'm like, it's stupid, but at least you're like keeping it to yourselves within like the small friend circle, and you're not making it other people's problem. It's like, what the fuck ever, I guess. I'll roll my eyes at it, but it's not like anything deeper. But he doesn't want to use it for things like making games happen either. Like, my sister has used ChatGPT to like flesh out character things because she's not good at character building, and both me and him are like, stop. The point of D&D is to expand the to expand the creative mind. She's huge into like reading, and it's like, then do that, like, use those creative juices in your brain. Stop offloading, stop secondhand thinking, fuck's sake. The whole point and whole fun of the process is to be creative, so it's just like, man, it's disappointing to see it, but we're trying to force her in not force her, but like coax her in the proper direction for that, because it's like the characters are supposed to be you, not what ChatGPT decided it fucking was. It's so depressing. Last time I paid for an image was basically a homebrew creature, mix of deer, moss, the product, and knew what to do. The guy was basically like, oh yeah, see, that's awful. Never work with that fucking idiot again. Any artist ever who is accepting commissions, this whole different line of thought on this annoyance, but if there's an artist out there who accepts a commission and then they're like, oh, the person's not happy with it, too fucking bad. Unless it was like firm in their clarification, like rules of commissioning, that they only do one sketch and one thing, then they should, and by every artistic integrity, try at least a little bit to get you to where you want to be as the one commissioning. It's a service industry in a way. Your job is to deliver the good, and your fucking client ordered a steak. If you walk in with some pork chops, they're gonna be like, what the fuck is this? I said steak. And they're gonna be like, tough shit, you're eating pork chops. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, that should be something you fix. And this is a creative clarification that will happen, because, like, you might not know what you wanted, but it's like, that's where looking up things for references, like, it is totally fine. Like, the creative way to think about that, too, is like a homebrew character, mix of deer and moss creature. Start looking up pictures of like what the internet thinks a Wendigo is, because there's plenty of that. And that'll get you like probably 30% of the way there, So, what the internet thinks a Wendigo is not what a Wendigo is, and I die on that hill because it's true. But also, it's just a matter of making sure that you can always find something. And being kind of willing to learn some more stuff for references on your own time will help with that. Have fun. Look around online. Start looking up vague terms. You will find pictures of something. And you'll see that and go, aha! And then you save that to a folder somewhere. And then eventually, you'll just kind of make it. But that's exactly why there's like the sketching points where you need to have an idea, and if the artist doesn't want to flesh it out further, that just means that they're not doing their job as a commission artist. And it's really fucking depressing to see that. So it's like, ugh, But it does happen, unfortunately. Like, whenever I look up an artist, or rather look up an artist, but whenever I'm like hunting for an artist, I know exactly the aesthetic I'm going for, but that's because I have that experience of knowing roughly what I want. Like the guy who draws all of the Caden Callie art now, right? found him on a fan art of Jet Set Radio, and I was like, that's a cool art style. One of those, please. And he was like, and he's been my main artist ever since. I've been working with him for almost a year now. And I basically pay his rent on my own. Not really, but I'm definitely not helping. In fact, I've got him working on something else right now. And then there's also
With this, we're one step closer.
sometimes like the TikTok feed will bring you somebody artistically that you align with. I found somebody, they don't know this yet, by the way, but I found somebody I'm going to hire as an actor for a new character in the Caden Callie series. Because I was scrolling on TikTok and I stumbled across a random video on the For You page of a new voice actress, and I heard her voice and I'm like, that. Just new character in my brain. That does happen sometimes. You get inspiration from nowhere. You hear something, you see something, and you're like, aha. So that voice actress is going to play a character. She doesn't know that she's playing this character yet, but I'm going to get her. She's going to play this character, and I'm going to have it designed after actually a friend from my high school. She doesn't live that far away from me now, but I haven't seen her in like 6 years or so. Life just took us in different directions. But it's like, man, I needed a character. And I thought, like, the second I heard the voice, I was like, ooh, new character idea. That's basically my friend. So I asked her to send me a bunch of pictures of her favorite outfits, because she has the exact, like, clothing style and, like, fashion sense that I was imagining for this new character. And I realized that, like, all within maybe 10 minutes. So I'm like, I got it. So now I just have to get the artist to draw it. Axe chocolate inspired. What's fun? The funny part is she's black. So kind of literally. Heard the voice actress pops up, black voice actress. I'm just like, that is an amazing voice. I'm going to use that. And I was like, well, if I'm going to have a black voice actress, the character has to be black. Not a problem at all. Who do I know that would fit this aesthetic? Oh shit, Jessica. And then it's just boom, boom, boom. Sometimes the perfect stars align when you're thinking of a character. So it just works out in that way. It's like and similar to that, it's like if I hear a voice I like from somebody, I'm just like, oh, they're going to play that character. I will make them that race. Race does not matter to me in the slightest when it comes down to certain aspects of character design. If it doesn't make sense for like lore reasons, which isn't a factor in my own world for Caden Callie, then sure, but there's no limitation to that. Anyone can be whatever color and whatever religious background or whatever the fuck they want to be, because it's my goddamn show. So if I see a character or somebody who's inspiring me in some way, I'm gonna just... I know exactly what and who to hire and how to design that and work it like into a character. For this one, it'll be easy because I have that friend that is exactly what I was hoping for. But that's not always going to be the case either. Okay, I saw some other things in here. There's artifacts, new people at university using... Yeah, they're not good. I mean, they're like, AI generations in general have gotten better, but they still have such specific characteristic issues that most people don't even notice because they're not that well versed in art. But like, I still see, basically every single time there is a generated image, I'm like, ew. And then everyone else is like, that's chat, or like, that's AI. It's like, yeah, can you not tell by the shading, the coloring, et cetera, et cetera? And I understand that people can't, but I'm always like, bruh, how do you not see that? Yeah, stock images are so funny. It's the same way that, like, YouTube poops are so much funnier than AI voices, you know? It's like AI voices, you can make whoever say whatever. It's like, okay. But it's so much funnier kit bashing a bunch of little splits of the actual person saying it. So instead of like fucking Trump saying, I like poop, it's like, I like poopy. It's like, it's so much funnier in the delivery of it because of the awkwardness and the cuts. It makes it fucking hilarious. There's a touch to it that's just naturally fucking funny. Hearing somebody say something outright that they're not supposed to say isn't really funny when they don't say it in a funny way, and that's baked into the essence and DNA of what, like, vocal chopping is. Hold on, I gotta read this. By judging the type of coin, it's easy to think of brown and yellow filter. What? You what? Judging by the type of coin? Huh? Trying to figure out what you mean by that. Like, thank you for the super chat, but what? One of the guys at your table has a spreadsheet, uses dices for racist traits, so on. Some it's funny sometimes it gets weird. Yeah. That's another thing, is a lot of people that do things like D&D do not understand, like,
See? I told you I'd grown.
I've
Really helped out, didn't
I've never done a game like this, thankfully, but I have seen games of people who do not understand why certain race storylines are not good, or like it's clearly made by a DM who isn't and doesn't understand things like racism because they've either never experienced it or they've never researched it and paid attention, and therefore anything they do with those subject matters are awful and they're always bad. It's so rare to find somebody without actual experience in these like extremely what's the word I'm looking for? I mean, bias, basically, like racial bias or just straight up insensitivity, because they don't know what it is. And it's just, it's cringe as hell. And sometimes it's not intentional, they don't think about it, and it's like, you should though, you really should. What did I not? Oh, it's because I didn't do the mission stuff. I forgot to claim these. I was like, why don't I have enough? I should have, and I do. There we go. Shop. Now I can buy all of the things. All right. Always make sure to have as many of these as I can get. I get all these, I get all these, I get all these. And that's usually all I get before the thing restarts. You privilege bubbles, yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, like people who don't understand things like critical race theory should not be making racially charged storylines, you know? It's like, I wouldn't. If I were to ever... I thought I was going to change game for some reason. Like, I wouldn't go down that road. If I wanted to tackle that subject, I would have to have a friend of mine who has experienced it firsthand help me write it, so I didn't come off insensitive. Because there's a very real possibility I would, because I haven't experienced that. Like, great example of this and being self-aware is that I'm not trans, right? So when I made a video on a Flavorfully song, I want to say it was Ego Renegade Boy, where I mentioned that I was lucky enough, and I use that terminology, lucky enough to not have dealt with things like gender dysphoria. I asked one of my friends who is trans if that was okay terminology or if that would come off as insensitive, because I don't want to, because I don't intend to, but I also don't know what might be perceived as such if I'm not careful. I'm an ally for that. I don't want to come off as an asshole if I'm just like being ignorant in the factor. They said it was okay and that's entirely a valid phrasing. And I was like, cool. That way I'm not fucking insane and then coming off in a very negative light when in reality I want to support it. And they said it was okay. So I used that term.
Bring forth your full strength.
They're like, some people might have issue with you calling it luck, but it was more of like, they would only have an issue with it if they took it in the wrong light, and everything else in that argument on that video was me in favor of the rights that they have, or should have. So they were like, yeah, with that context, you'll be okay. I was like, cool. I was like, I'm asexual, I'm not trans. I don't, like, there are holes to the bias that they live that I don't have. And I'm aware enough to acknowledge that. Ooh, yellow! Who'd we get on the overall banner? This could be anyone. 2! We got 2 gold on the overall banner? Oh, okay. Just 2 of the... Okay, I don't use her. I use her a lot, though. Hell yeah! Let's go. That's gonna be awesome. I don't use Y, basically, at all. But I do use Privity a lot. So that'll be nice to have her on my squad. Alright. Let me scroll back up here. I was missing some chat stuff. Well, let me pull first, and then I'll scroll back up. Okay, nothing. And I was not surprised. Oh, you meant a Mexican peso for, like, the color of the coin. Valid. I could actually see that.
I will do my best.
Yellow filter on all the time, and he's a mariachi. It reminded me of a friend of mine. he's like, I want to say he's fully half Mexican. Weird way to phrase that, but I think one of his parents is like a first generation immigrant, and his other parent isn't. So he is very himself. He looks purely Mexican, right? Like, full color, would not pass the exam of ICE. And he makes videos of, like, sitting outside of, like, Home Depot and shit, and, like, doing the most stereotypical accent. And just fucking leading into the fucking meme of it all. And he has showed up in some of those videos wearing like a sombrero and just sitting there. Because he's just a menace to society. He just does that for fun. He's not even like a content creator in any real way.
Power is my game.
He just likes to play on it. He's like, why the fuck not? He also did a video of like walking through a gas station, like past a freezer section that had ice packs, and he was like, "Ha!" Bro's fucking hilarious. What was other parts of the conversation that I miss? Archer guy I watch in shorts who does D&D sometimes. Very yeah. I know the one you're talking about. I forget his name too, but yeah. They have their own D&D campaign, don't they? Like he, Jacques the Whipper, and a few other people. I haven't seen their campaign, but I know they do stuff. Oh wait, I hadn't fully recruited yet. I was gonna go for this character. Oh, I don't have enough? Dang. The Home Depot stereotype is true. Only, like, it is kind of true, but that's because, in some places, that's where you would get people for, like, cheap manual labor. So there is, like, the stereotype of that, and some people still do that, right? But it's largely, at this point, especially with ICE around, has become more of a joke that people just goof around with. Which is funny, you know, like, if you're gonna... like, be stuck with the stereotype, you might as well play into it. Because that makes it even funnier. Yeah, the sword guy, too. Yep, I know who you're talking about.
mechanism upgraded.
Yeah, I don't need to use her to the point where I haven't even gotten her equipment yet. I guess I will, though. There you go. Happy birthday. I'll probably never use yours. Why? Privity Maid. Yeah, Privity Maid is adorable. She's just a little too weak yet. Actually, I could probably buff her up real quick since I'm here. Yeah! Do I care enough about her to use all the... maybe not. I might use that on somebody who I use more regularly. Yeah, like I should have it be like one of the people up here. Like I should get Moran, because she needs her favorite item, I think. I should probably put resources on her. Yay! Favorite item missions! Let's go! Let's fucking go! Okay, I'll do those later. I'm not gonna do those now. Hell yeah! We're gonna have her favorite item. Let's go! Poggers! Alright, I'm just not gonna do it right now. And now Red Hood, can I get her up to 3? This would be awesome if I can manage. Please. Please. This would save me so much trouble in so many various ways. Bruh. Bruh. You son of a bitch! Alright, I still got a few more. Less likelihood though, so... Just hoping I'm lucky. Yes! Ha ha ha! Let's fucking go. She doesn't have a favorite item, but she is insanely strong. So this is useful. Nonetheless. So, that's done. Maybe even Drake? I doubt, not with 2. Nah, not with 2. Nah, that's fine. When is it so easy? It's not. It has taken me a year. I've been playing this for about a year. I've been doing dailies for Nikke for about a year. So, trust me, it was not easy and it did not happen overnight. I have been playing this game extremely consistently. And when I say dailies, I mean I think in total I've missed maybe 10 days since I started playing the game last year. I have not been taking this lightly in the slightest. Let me go you. You're probably the most useful out of this crew. Oh wait, not change. Maintain. Got a lot of these dolls, so hopefully I can actually get some levels out of it. Yes, okay, that's good. A few more than I would have liked, but hey. Forgot how many of these I have. Dang it. No, not good. Bad, stinky poo-poo. Do better. Bruh. Come on, stop wasting my resources. Come on. Fuck you, man! What the hell? God. I've never had a character take this many tries to be able to get... Thank you! Lord! Fuck you, though. Like, seriously. Watch this next one not take nearly as many. Unless it will! Fucking Christ, dude. Alright, well, I got 3 more, so fucking let's try it. Nope! Holy fuck, she is a sponge. Laplace, you fucking asshole. You're a sponge, a resource sponge. God! Anyway. Yeah, I need to do her things at some point, but I'm not doing them tonight. That would be insane. So... I haven't done any of my ARC stuff at all yet. Oh my god. Congrats, now you're 4. Yeah, true.
It's going to be a bore, isn't it?
There we are.
What purpose will I possibly serve when the surface is recaptured? The simulation room feels rather stuffy.
That's a shame.
When the battle is over.
Wake up, it's over.
The simulation room feels rather...
Then put on the air conditioner. It's not looking good for you, but for me it is. Enoch and you are apparently sisters, but you've never seen her before? That's a shame. Maybe you should get on that. You're allowed to leave whenever.
Third simulation is coming to an end.
Yep.
Impressive.
Impressive.
It's time for me to take the gloves off. So
What
here I
gloves? You don't have gloves on. Also, I'm gonna kick your ass like I always do. I like talking to her, it's fun. Do I sleep? No. I know she's not actually free. This fun thing called a joke. I'll go with this one. To the interception, unless it's the fucking train. It is! Okay, we're not doing that one. This will be a little bit faster. I don't deal with that train. Hate that train. If, noise music. It has to be music. That's the thing with me and noise music. Some people make literally noise and then they call it music, and I disagree. So I would not count that as a song.
With this, we're one step closer to our dream.
If you send me the audio equivalent of a microwave, that's not music. That's noise. It's different. There is noise music, but it has to be music. I will deny listening to 5 minutes of and people thinking that that's music, because fuck you, it's not. I got pretty strong opinions on that one too. That's like the only genre that people count as music that I don't count as music. Like, I casually listen to black metal, and people would classify that as noise, but it has a structure, it has a beat, it has verses, it has a chorus, it has chord progression. Breakcore is music, yes. So yeah, that would be fine. But if it's just fucking random, like, mechanical noise and synths that have no sense, then no. Some people don't count noise music as a meme, and given how negative I am about it, I wouldn't feel it would be a good use of my or your request. You know, not a good use of my time, not a good use of your request, because I would just listen to it and go, wow, that was pretty shit, and then that would be the end of the video. So it's not really worth it. Plus, I would get a very annoying sub-community mad at me, and I'd rather not deal with that, so. I've had to deal with them before. They didn't like me then, they're not gonna like me now. And that was almost a decade ago. Funk is still music, you know? Like, that's again, it's got structure, it's got chord progressions, it's got a plan, it's got an idea.
Now, let the games debut.
I've actually done a few funk songs on here. But I've also done weird songs on here too. Like, oh, what was it? Oh, it was something. I forgot what they called it. It was like... What was it? It was... Slurpcore. I listened to Slurpcore once. And even that, I could find something worth discussing. And, like, something artistic about it. There are weird things that I hear that I'm okay with hearing. But there are definitely things within that scene that I will deny if I listen to it and I'm like, that is not music. I would consider hypertone music, yeah. There's good and bad, similar to extra tone is a similar thing where it's just like, okay, or like microtonal, all kind of in the same vein of like, if you don't do it right, you're going to be doing it wrong. And as far as my opinions on stuff goes, I'll be honest, you know? But I do see those as actual music because, well, they are. Oh, right, this is just Horan. Right, forgot. I gotta deal with her thing later. Anyway, well, next game then. Nikkei done. On to Limbus Company. I tried to click on it and I missed. Give me a second. Give it a second. Oh, I got messages. I got pings. They're multiplying. And I'm losing my shit.
Limbus Company.
Limbus Company. Oh, look. Oh, quick download. I like to check on weird music genres quite often. Noise and vomit noise. Yeah, I've never heard vomit noise, but just based on the title, I can't imagine I would think it's music either. Mostly because, like, I don't have emetophobia, but I hate mouth noises, which is why slurpcore was definitely not something I would listen to. But it was something I did find artistic merit in. But it was hard for me to listen to because it was sending me constant chills on my spine. I hate mouth noises. If you're slurping or crunching or fucking whatever while I'm right, if you're going near me, I'm going to backhand you. I cannot control myself. My actions are not my own. I can't do it. Okay. Past missions. Oh, yeah. TV static core. I think I'm gonna pass on a genre that's called vomit, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, I do find artistic merit in a lot of things that are traditionally and what's the word I'm looking for? Commonly known as weird or unconventional. But vomit? No. Nah. Nothing. Extract again. Nothing. Extract again. Nothing. Extract again. Very low quality metal plus noise plus person puking. Ew. That does, like, it sounds, that to me really does sound like somebody who's like, I want to make like metalcore, but I don't know how to make good metalcore, so they just make crap, and then they're like, that's a new genre. All right, time for a 10 pull. See what happens. Ooh, one of them, two of them. Ooh, wait a minute. Yes! We got Honglu! Let's fucking go. People are gonna be so happy when they see that. Ooh, and I got the... Oh, I got the rod. Hell yeah, let's go. Fuck yeah, I didn't even know I could get that. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Let's go. Alright, let me go and get that set up. I think I have the open slot for Rod. Doing that. I don't think I have... Oh, I do have her saying. Maybe. Yeah, I do. Okay, what's... I'm gonna assume this one's probably better. I'd have to read up on it, but I'll let people tell me. That's the easiest way, is let chat play the game for me while I'm just a vehicle of their gameplay. Dude, sick. Let's fucking go. Let me, I mean, I got this, which is basically one of the better versions of Honglu already. But it does make me wonder how good this guy is. Oh, that's his sanity. Wait. Let me check his skills first. Huh. I like Karen. Yeah, Karen's great. How long have I been playing Limbus? About a couple months. Half a year, maybe? Take the hit to the last blow, please. Speed faster than the targets by 2 or more coin. Ooh. That doesn't seem too bad. Gain 3 poise. Lots of poise. Heal 15 standard. Whoa. I didn't know that it was this, that was his ability. That makes sense why people like him so much now. I mean, I've got a lot of resources. I could probably bump him up. Okay, let me uptie him. I've got plenty of these.
자, 지금부터는 친구가 이 결투를 중단한답니다.
All right.
당신 멱살부터 녹아내릴 텐데.
I'm gonna have to skip this because I'm sure it's gonna be a spoiler. Forgot which button was skip. All right, and I'll uptie for the sake of the meme. I've got a lot of it. Holy shit, I got a lot of his. Okay, no problem. Uptying on this one. Almost said upscaling. Alrighty. Well, he's all leveled up. If I need to use him, I can. Alright. I will save all that for later then. That's all I needed to do for this. I've been saving up my my modules. That's why I'm not fighting like I usually used to. Alright, reverse 99. Do I know Lollycore? No, but I'm not surprised. And I can imagine what it's probably trying to be / do. But yeah. By name, no, but I can figure what it probably has to do with. And the type of people who probably made it a thing, so. Alright, hey! to the wilderness. Trade. Yoink. Splinter cat. Auto select products. Get to work. You sleep. Cute babies sleep on the rooftop. Nice to meet you. Gain relationship. Going home now. Alright, what's it? That's just updating probably one of the mains, most likely. Yeah, mains bulletin. You just clear this notification out. I usually don't do the mains bulletin at all. Alright, I've probably got... Yeah, I've got stuff to spend. How many? Oh, just one. I'll just use all these though. These don't really give me much. I can run through these. Actually, wait. Can I want to get through some of these. Okay, 3 is good. I'll leave that for those days. And I will do a couple extra runs on resources today.
Is this truly what we've been searching for? Ridiculous.
They're little chipmunk-ass voices.
Take care of everyone?
When they're in the speed mode, though. Waha! Fucking Mario ass. Alright. I'll do 2 on each. 2 on each resource.
A wonderful trade. All forms of
Enemies look like fear and hunger enemies. Yeah, they have some pretty interesting designs for the enemies in this game. Alright.
In the repeating cycle, we
June even. Anyway.
A wonderful trade. All forms of power at your fingertips.
In the repeating cycle, we
Been missing out doing dailies even though you cut down to doing. Yeah, I still do. Well, I only play 2 to 3 of the games on actual daily schedule. But for my streams, I do all of them.
Wonderful trade. We need simply rely on the
Do I like K-On? Of course I like K-On. But I don't like it in the weird internet way.
Stop.
I like it as a legitimately decent show.
Ridiculous. All forms of power at your fingertips.
Oh wait, shit. I meant to do this one again. Give me a second. There we go.
Dental checkup.
Is this truly what we've been searching? All forms of power.
I mean, playing games for dailies is kind of a chore, but it is more or less what I signed up for.
Rely on the microphysics of power. Ridiculous.
Hold also gonna just do one more on this just to get it through all the points that I've got.
A wonderful
Get it as low as I can
All
for the
forms of
reset.
power at your fingertips.
Please, don't resist. Stop.
Stop.
Ridiculous.
Thank you for your
We need
cooperation.
simply rely on the microphysics of power.
Was I able to take care of everyone?
Yes, you were, Kipperina. So proud of you. I talked to Kipperina like I talked to, or like Deadpool talks to Yukio in the Deadpool movies. Hello, Kipperina. Alrighty. Get that done. Grab those resources. Another pull, don't mind if I do. Grab these. Grab the rewards from here. I don't want to do that. And now, new summon. I already have her. Rerun of her. She's new. But I want my fucking daughter. So we're gonna do that one. Please! Please give me my vampire daughter! Damn it! Nobody even likes you, sweetheart! Son of a bitch. I'm never gonna get my vampire daughter, am I? I am disappointed. And my day is ruined. Alright, that's it for those then. I'm going to get myself my vampire daughter. For fuck's sake. I'm not paying for it. But I will use all the freebies I can to make it happen. Alright, Blue Archive time. Speaking of Lollycore. Wait for it to load up. Taking a second. It might have crashed, I'm not sure. It does this sometimes. Sometimes it just needs a little bit of rest time. There it is. See, that's all it needed. Make another account and make a new one.
Archive.
No, I'm not that type of person to play. I don't have alt accounts, I just have my main accounts. The only thing I have an alt account for is, YouTube, really. Everything else is just my main accounts. I don't have, like, a personal account and then separating it to, like, a creator account. Because it's just me, you know? Like, I don't have a problem just being myself. And I don't really have anything to hide, so it's like, whatever.
선생님의 결제를 기다리는 서류들이 여기 있습니다.
Alright, claim the new stuff. Yay!
어서 오세요, 선생님.
That means I can do polls if I wanted.
서류들이 여기 있습니다.
It's still weird hearing the Korean on the main page. Still haven't adapted to that. I'm used to it in the story, but that's kind of different.
여기는
Alright, nobody here likes me.
편안해지는군요.
Invite somebody who will. Thanks for showing up. Happy to see you. I'm gonna take my cafe earnings and I'm going to leave.
건강과
Bye.
미용을 위해서 선도부는 질서를 원하죠. 셜레도 그렇지 않나요?
Palpatine intensifies. Do it.
선생님의 학원 스케줄을 정할 수 있어요.
Do it. Get an alt. To be a Sith, you must have an alt account in all gacha games. And rank up. Let's go. Oh, wait. I didn't realize all three of those were in the same spot. Sick. Okay. Next location. Grab some more tickets. Anyone who likes me here? No. Okay, that's fine. I just prioritize the ones who will get relationship points so it levels up their skills a little bit. But if those aren't there, then it doesn't matter. Alrighty.
여기서는 선생님의 학원 스케줄을 어서 오세요, 선생님. 선생님의 결제를 기다리는 서류들이 여기 있습니다. 이렇게 많이는
You know you can pause the metrics? I don't know what you mean by that, so at least for me. Unless you're talking about something else, which is possible. Yoink. Am I gonna level up off that? Probably not. Nah. That's fine. Okay.
어서 오세요,
Dailies
선생님.
done.
선생님의
Time to
결제를
recruit a random new person. You. Oh, I can't. I don't have enough now. No, I'm not gonna purchase more. I thought I had enough. I thought it was 1,000, not 12.
샬레도 그렇지 않나요?
That's a shame. Unless I get him through accepting these, which I doubt.
잠깐만요.
Yeah, no.
어서 오세요,
Alrighty.
선생님.
Well, I thought I was
선생님의
gonna have enough.
서류들이 여기 있습니다.
Anyway, guess that's it for that. Zenless. Right. Zenless time. What do I think of hardcore Tanoshi? I mean, I've reacted to quite a bit of Tanoshi stuff, so you've just been missing out on content at the end of the day. And that's a skill issue. Henna, 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 henna. Yeah. All right, I do have a couple of polls for this saved up. Except I'm gonna have to go and fight. I'm gonna have to go and fight. I've got too much battery. Well, I'll do my other stuff first. I can't get any more coffee in me. I'm gonna have to go do some battles. Enna, 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 enna ta. Enna, enna, enna ta. Enna, enna ta. All right, gotta do some training. Let me do agent promotion. Probably the best thing to do. You watch all my Tanoshi videos as a group and not with you. I mean, it's just a group. It's a circle. It's a bunch of producers making music. So, you know, roll with it. I'm actually gonna use these batteries here. Sick. Do it again. There we go. And now I'll use it on like anomaly or something. That's a squad.
Ready for combat.
Do I have any way to level you guys up in any fashion? I don't think so. Yeah, I need to be senior, right?
Standing by.
I'm not. Okay, that's fine. I wanted to see if I could. Oh, had my hand on the wrong thing. I forgot how to change between characters.
Firepower! Target confirmed. Go. Roger.
Where is the reach? Watch out for unknown risks. Surprise attacks are what grown-ups do.
I've got your six. Moving up.
All bangs max caliber.
Take it easy.
Oops. My button got stuck. That was weird. Get out of here, bro. Chromeless behavior. I gotta do this a few more times to be able to get through my stuff. So don't mind me. I'll go to a different simulation at some point too, but I'm gonna do a few of these.
Time! 10-4! All bang boo! Prepare for battle! Full firepower! Heads up! Ambush! Heads up! Ambush! Heads up!
Roger. Standing by. Wait for me. At your command.
Roadkill!
Roger.
Leave it to the chief. Target locked. Fireworks on the road.
There we go. Yeah, I got a lot of batteries. I usually do my dailies by coming in and just getting coffee, so I have so much built up battery. Can say now I'm not a fan of these easy dialogues. I don't think they're bad, but it depends on the characters. I think that Piper's probably the most annoying one. The roadkill does get pretty annoying, I'll be honest. I think you can also turn them off, I just haven't.
Take it easy.
Electric charge. Be gone. Roger.
Whoops.
Double firepower.
There we go. I kind of fucked up the setup there. It's okay.
At your command. Make it.
Research always comes with small challenges. 10-4. Buckle up.
Let's fucking go. That's what I was hoping for.
Pedal to the metal.
Yeah. Okay. That was sick. That was a really good end to that fight. I'll do it again.
All bang boom! Ready to fire!
I've got your six.
Owie.
Take your time! Take it easy!
Copy that. Be gone!
Coming through!
Electric charge.
Leave it to the chief!
Preparing takedown.
We got the bus! Out of my way! Where is the reset substance? Firepower! 10-4!
Roger. Target confirmed. Go.
Roadkill!
Standing by.
This ought to do it!
Electric charge.
Let's try again!
Preparing takedown.
Leave it to the chief! Fireworks show!
Opening.
Encore!
Evasive maneuver. Fracture.
Coming through! And now!
There we go. Yeah, Butler Boo to finish it out. Holy shit. Let's go, Butler Boo. All right, let me switch to a different thing for more resources in that direction. Let me do support. I never do support. I like to whittle these down as low as I can when I've got the time, and I do have the time today, so I'm just going to use it.
Where's the reset? Out of the pond!
At your command. Target confirmed. Go.
This ought to do it!
Electric charge.
All day, thanks for your hard work!
At your command.
No slacking off!
They're exposed. Stay focused.
Make the fireworks show! Take it easy. Get out of my way!
Standing by.
Coming through! And now!
Copy that.
Leave it to the chief!
Target confirmed. Go.
There we go. Try putting Piper behind Norma. I honestly never really found out how those work. How the chains work. I just kind of roll with whatever.
Smart choice.
Ready for combat.
Piper behind Norma. I thought she was if I had 1, 2, and 3.
Take a break. Standing by.
Maybe I didn't.
Let's move.
I thought I kind of had him that way anyway, but just with N being the first slot.
Nicely done!
At your command.
This ought to do it! And now!
We'll never back down.
Roger.
Rumbling through. Surprise attacks are exposed. Healing senses fired up.
Target confirmed. Go.
Coming through. Watch your step.
Editing.
Piper, then Norma? Oh, I thought you meant the other way around. I mean, that was already kind of better in some ways, the way that felt. But I'll try it your way. I'll see what happens. I got sneezed though. Apparently not.
Let's take a standing. So sleepy.
Ready for combat. Let's move.
Let's try it that way. See what happens.
Copy that.
Going the extra mile.
We'll never back down.
10-4.
Oh, that was fast. Okay, maybe that is the way to go.
Preparing takedown.
Rally for
Yeah, that is quicker. I'll give you that. For whatever reason, that does work. I never really paid much attention to like the dynamics of who works and what format for this.
This ought to do it.
But that works.
Leave it to the chief.
At your command.
Watch your step. Pedal to the metal.
Whew. Imagine getting slapped by a pancake, right? That's why Butler Boos are the fucking best. Now I want to go try one of the, like, harder ones with that. Like, let me do the anomaly drill. These guys are huge. This might be a really good test of how good that is. Suppose I have to find out.
At your command. Standing by.
Oops. I misclicked on that one, honestly.
Roger.
Where's the research subject? This ought to do it.
Preparing takedown.
Take it easy.
That's not even bad. And I keep them low just so I can't get any higher on my level. So I'd rather just keep them lower, because then otherwise I'm spending forever fighting. But that's still like twice as fast as it was before that rotation switch, so that's a win for me. Even if they are resistant, I'm taking them down pretty easily this way.
Roger. Wait for me.
Where's the research subject? Healing circuit fired up!
This ought to do it.
Watch your step!
Pancake!
They never back down. Copy that.
Backup is here!
Get out of here. Hell yeah. Alright, that's enough whittling down, though. I think I'm good now that I'm done whittling. Ooh. That gave me a bingo. Let's go. 2 bingo. Double bingo. That's my first double bingo. Let's fucking go. And now I got these too for the rewards here. And just a new quest there. Yeah, I can't do that because I don't have the level to it. And they're like, ew, you can't do that. Like, I know, I haven't made it that far in the story. Fuck off, start reminding me. All right. Ooh. What's in P? Lever rewards. Don't mind if I do. And mail call. Claim the mail. Achievements. Oh boy. Yay, polychrome all over the fucking place today. Got bunches of pulls today. Let's go. We pullin' today. We pullin' hard today. I'm gonna attempt to get Uma Musume. Let's see what happens. B. B for ball. B for ball. B for ball. Called it. B for ball again. B for ball again. I'm calling it. I'm calling it every time. B for ball. B for ball. This game hates me. B for ball. One more B for ball. Although I think this gives me another pull anyway, but nothing but balls. These pull rates are balls indeed. Oh no, it doesn't give me these. It gave me these. That's what it is. Oh, that's a shame. Well, how many days do I got left on her thing? I might pull 1 or 2 more. That's about all I'll get out of trying for Sigrid, unfortunately. That's just how it happens. This game really hates me. It has probably one of the worst pull rates of all the gachas I play. Definitely top 3 bad pull rates. Which is a shame. I did get an A rank last time, to be fair. So it's not like I don't have nothing. But it's also, it could and should be better, frankly. Also, I clicked the other space I meant to get out of here, and it didn't. There we go. Clear. Clear. Whee! And that's it. That's all the games I had to play. So there are things I want to talk about, but I'm not going to talk about them yet because I have to find the right time and place. But the one things I will talk about is that there is more Cade and Callie stuff coming that I have mentioned before, but there's even more coming. New character design. I talked about that earlier in the stream. And also the shirt, the t-shirt design for Cade and Callie. There's going to be some other little goodies that comes with that too. There might actually be more than one design. I don't know. I haven't entirely decided. I'm not releasing it like tomorrow or anything. So like, you know, give me some time. But I am excited enough that it's like, ooh, yay, I got things to do. And I'm glad people are liking Cade and Callie. I was really worried that people wouldn't, but people seem to be resonating well with them. And I'm glad they're doing well. But there's other shit I gotta do, and some stuff I can't talk about, so I'm not going to. But what I do have to do is pee really bad. So I'm gonna go pee and end the stream. So thank you all so very much for hanging out and listening to me rant and yap this whole time. I'll see you next time I do one of these. Goodbye!